honestly feels so good. I'm laughing now because I've been a bit of an idiot. So I have lost a total of... Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. So today's video is going to be a recap on the first 4 weeks of my weight loss journey. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, which you can do, there's my Instagram below, I have been updating everyone on there weekly of my weight losses, but this is going to be at the end of week 4. So on week 4, I have lost a total of 1 stone, 1 pound. So 15 pounds, or this in kgs, whatever that is. But yeah, I'm really happy. So I've had quite a few messages now about what am I doing and stuff like that over on my Instagram. So I thought I'd just recap and share kind of what I've been doing over the last 4 weeks. Kind of samey to the 7 pound and 7 week video I've done previously. I haven't really changed much, to be honest, but I thought I'd just do a new one here after the month, because yeah, it's all well and good if you know, after 1 week, but obviously it's a continuous loss, so that's good. So I feel like there is a lot to unpack with each of these sections, so I'm going to keep these kind of short and sweet, and I think I'm going to do more in-depth videos on each of them. But yeah, so first of all, intermittent fasting. I fast in the mornings. I have a couple of black coffees and water, and if I try and get to 12 o'clock at lunchtime. If I can't, then I'm not too worried about it. If it's 10:30, 11 and I'm feeling hungry, I will eat. I will listen to my body, and I will break my fast with protein. So either a protein yogurt or protein shake. I really wish I did like eggs, because they're meant to be fantastic, but I can barely stomach scrambled egg, maybe a quiche, but yeah, I'm just not an eggy person, so therefore it's like the protein yogurts for me. Yeah, so, and then I have my dinner at 5 o'clock, so my window is quite short. Normally they say 12 to 8, you know, so like a 16 hours. Sorry, my battery just died. So yeah, I try and do 16 hours of non-eating, and then like the 8-hour window. So that is something I have naturally done since I was a teenager. I've never really woken up hungry. I've never really liked eating. It used to really trigger my IBS, and also it's got really good health benefits for IBS and like giving your digestive system a break. So I will probably go into a bigger video on intermittent fasting. So that's what I do. In terms of food and diet, I generally eat low carb, not completely no carb, but low carb. So I try and stay away from pastas, rices and potatoes during the week. I am getting green chef meals, which I can put like a keto or low carb diet on them. But that being said, when it comes to my Sunday roast, I will not sacrifice my potatoes or my Yorkshire puddings. It's more of a loss to me to, you know, if I had to sit down and not have potatoes or anything like that on my roast dinner, I'd be so upset. For me, it's really important mentally, that meal. It's more than just a meal for me. And yeah, there's a lot of, like, I will get into it, like the mental side of things, but for me, sitting down with my family, because Adam's not normally back from work, so he never really has like meals with us. He was always eating late, so it's like our time, our family time. It's just, it means a lot. And also like going out, I went out on date night. I'm trying to prioritize going out more for my mental health and for me. And I went on a lovely date night. We went to a Pan Asian restaurant, and I wasn't worried about what I was eating there or the amount of calories in there. I was just enjoying myself. So I think, you know, if the majority of the time I am good, then it's fine. Like, it's not like I'm doing loads of takeaways or going out all the time, so I'm not too worried about that. I do count calories. I use a calorie app, which is NutriCheck. It just gives me an idea of what I'm eating on a day-to-day basis. I'm kind of in this, like, so rut, but this routine of eating the same things, and it's working for me at the moment. I'm sure I will get bored and need to spice up eventually, but I kind of at the moment know how many calories I'm having. But also, like, this is something that surprised me, and I didn't even think about at the start of this journey. I'm taking these supplements, and don't get me wrong, they are making me feel fantastic. Like, they're so good. I feel the best I've felt in ages. but I didn't realise how many calories a sachet had, and I had like 60 odd calories per sachet, and I was having 4, and I wasn't accounting any of those calories. So yeah, sometimes you'll be surprised where calories hide, and that, you know, just gauges and gives you a good idea of what you're having during the day. I am eating at a calorie deficit of 1,400 at the moment. Go and check your own calorie deficit based on your height and weight. But yeah, so I'm trying to stick to that. I am not like obsessed like down to the T, like, oh, I can't go like a calorie over. Like I'm not like that. I do try and not under eat too much, so if I've got calories left I will try and get, you know, make sure I'm eating enough. But yeah, so I do calorie count, but I generalize it. Like I'm not going to be trying to work out what I've had on my Sunday roast. I'm not going to be sitting at a restaurant trying to work out what calories I've had off the menu or anything like that. I'm just not doing that. And yeah, so calorie counting a bit, but not to an obsessive degree, just giving me an idea and indication of what I'm having. So I mentioned vitamins as well. That has just been like such a bonus for me. I just feel the best I have. Like everyone's got, touch wood, colds in this house. I'm someone that always used to get colds and stuff like that, and I've been the only one that hasn't been ill, like touch wood. But I feel like that's because I'm taking my vitamin D's, my vitamin C's, my magnesium. Like I honestly feel so good. In terms of exercise, so generally what I'm doing is step counting. I try and aim for 15,000 steps a day, 20 if I can. 15 is like my roundabout. I find that quite easy to do on my school run days because it's like half an hour in the morning walk, half an hour in the afternoon. I also do have a walking pad here if I need to up my steps. Yeah, so that's the exercise I have been doing. I'm gonna laugh now because I've been a bit of an idiot. So a little bit of a backstory. Just before I got pregnant with Viola in 2019, I really damaged my back to the point that I ended up having 6 injections in my spine. It was awful. It was just debilitating pain. I couldn't do life basically. And then in December 24 last year, I damaged it. I don't know how. I just damaged it, and I ended up going into A&E. It was painful, bad, and it took me like a month or so to recover properly from that. And then on the start of this journey, I was like, I'll give my a few weeks just to get into the eating side, and then if I feel comfortable, and my back hadn't felt bad for a good few weeks, so I thought, yeah, I can exercise. So I thought, oh, first I'll get my kettlebells out, I'll do all that. Did feel a slight clicking in my hip, but I didn't think anything of it. I just thought maybe I'm a bit creaky. A couple of days later, I'm in excruciating pain. I haven't been able to walk properly or bend over. I've been, the back pain, I just aggravated that injury again. So I'm still sitting here in pain, like really bad. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing any weights for a while. I really need to focus on my core and getting some core strength to help my back. So I think what I'm going to be doing going forward is Pilates. I'm just going to do a little bit, really ease myself in, and just do Pilates before I go back onto weights or anything like that. Because yeah, I damaged myself quite badly, and I keep saying to everybody that teach me for trying to do some exercise. I do feel like at the moment, it's the food and the food changes that have really impacted my weight loss, because I was in a really bad habit. I had put on a stone from September to December purely because I was eating slabs of chocolate at night and all those surplus of calories, whereas now I've just changed my diet completely and it's all coming off because it's just chocolate weight basically at the moment. That's what I'm saying. There will come a point, more weight I lose, the more I'm going to have to incorporate exercise to help me on that journey. But at the moment I feel like I'm just losing the surplus of chocolate fat. So yeah, exercise I will start doing a bit more, but at the moment I am focusing, just kicked you over. I'm literally just focusing on moving my body through walking and movement and stuff like that, just to get my Apple Watch and keep that up. So the last element I think has really helped me as of late is the mental health element, and I think it's going to be too long-winded to go in this video, but basically I I did PT sessions last year. I tried to exercise. I tried my hardest, but I was really suffering mentally last year. I literally had like basically on the verge of a couple of breakdowns. I am now like having EMDR therapy for PTSD, which is really helping. I believe I suffer from PMDD as well, which I'm still navigating, but I feel like I'm a lot more aware. And I feel like where I've been working on my mental health more, it's really helped with my weight loss. Like for instance, with PTSD, you're in a you can be in a state of hypervigilance, which means like you're so like alert on, you know, anxiety, you think you're in danger basically. So your cortisol levels are gonna be like this. Like I literally could feel the stress levels rising, and it's really weird as well. It's like when I get stressed, and it's normally when the girls really stress me out. It hasn't happened recently, but we're still at the beginning of my weight loss journey. If they stress me out, my mind would go chocolate bar. Like it was so weird. Like it's like a stress mechanism is to eat chocolate. But cortisol is, well, they say that it's not, if your cortisol levels are high, then it's harder to lose belly fat and stuff like that. Like cortisol really stores fat onto your body, which is, I guess it, you know, if you're in danger, you don't know when you're going to eat next, your body's going, reserve the stores, or something like that. So I feel like being able to be a lot more mindful and try and get my stress levels down and working on my mental health has really helped me. I don't feel like I've been this clued on, switched on, like everything's clicking for a long time. Definitely not last year. Like as I said, I was trying to diet, I was trying to exercise, but it felt forced. It didn't feel good. I just wasn't in a good place. And I think there's a lot behind that. Like I feel like that you know, everyone talks about the diet and the exercise for weight loss, but no one really talks about the mental health side. And I feel like that is such an important piece of the jigsaw. Well, it has for me anyway. It's working on that first to put me in a position where I am mentally switched on to try and put my like health in a better stance really. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing the last 4 weeks really. It's been a bit repetitive, but it's worked really well. So I'm just going to go over my weekly losses on here. So first week, 7 pounds in 7 days, and I've done a video on that. So I weighed 13.7, and I never thought I'd ever put my weight on social medias. Like I was embarrassed by it, but it's definitely kept me accountable posting these on like my social media. So 13.7 it was my starting weight. First week I went down to 13 stone. Second week I lost 3 pounds and went down to 12.11. Week 3 I lost 1 pound, and that was period week. So always, if you're a woman, always keep in mind about like your pre-period, leading up to your period and being on your period, the water weight and everything like that. So I still lost 1 pound. I still had a loss, but obviously it wasn't as good as the other weeks, but that is purely because I was on my period. So that was a 1 pound loss. Then this week's weigh-in, I've gone down 4 pound. And again, it may have not actually been 4 pound because of the water rate and stuff like that, but like 4 pound from my weigh-in the week before, and overall 1 stone 1 pound loss. So I'm definitely going to be carrying on with these updates over my YouTube. I do the weekly ones over on my Instagram, so go check that out. I'm going to be doing what I eat in a day. When I start exercising, I'll take you along with that. I do feel like I'm going to have to up the ante a bit when I feel like this has been a great weight loss, but it will slow down as I get smaller. So I will have to up the antes a bit with like exercise and changing up my diet and stuff like that. But I'll definitely do some more videos around that if you're interested. And I'll definitely be going into more of the mental health side and other things I've been doing to really help aid my weight loss. Because as I said, I personally do not feel it is just all about your exercise or all about your food. Like there is definitely this mental element to it that cannot be ignored. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next update. Goodbye.